Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Cookiecast. Today on Cookiecast, it's our football podcast, You Can't See the Forest for the Tees. Today we're discussing the international games and previewing the upcoming games next week. We're getting our bets on, and then it's football quizzes all over the shop. So check this out. This is the Cookiecast, You Can't See the Forest for the Tees.
Who have you got?
This weekend, we have got... it's the big televised game
That you're going to?
that I am going to.
That's this weekend, yeah.
I remember shit.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
that's a
gonna
good
need-
mental bit, that. Not too
You
sweet.
get a bit. I'll tell you what.
I've never, ever been able to have Lemsip. They used to make me heave. Until one day, someone was like, shot of whiskey in it. Like,
Brilliant.
If I was at home, I'd be having brandy in it now.
shot of
but-
whiskey? You can't do that.
Oh,
can
you
Because
sound like
it's
you're really struggling.
It's
gets
like,
worse
it's like
than that.
paracetamol in there and all this, that, and the other. And I was like, hang on a minute, I take paracetamol with whiskey,
Yeah.
so I'm probably alright.
What do you want to do,
So,
though, when you get tonight and you feel shit? You just want to have a drink and go to sleep.
Do you know what?
Paracetamol, menthol, brandy, rum, whiskey, whatever.
I've never
going to get you to
thought-
sleep.
I've never thought to do. I say what I've never had. I've never had hot whiskey, so I've never had a hot toddy.
Never had a hot toddy. So you won't have had... Because you used to be able
Was
to
that
get...
whiskey water and is that got lemon in as well, the hot toddy?
I
Or
always
is it
just thought.
whiskey water.
I always thought there was a couple of different variations.
Yeah,
that you could
there
get.
was also something you could get. We used to have them at the hotel, and it was like a metal, and it was like a loop on a stem, and a smaller loop on a stem, that went down to a circle that had a tea light in.
Right.
The two loops were for a glass that would sit at an angle, so you pour your alcohol of choice in, sit it in the two metal hoops, which would hold the glass at an angle, so it was just the whiskey would just sit like in the like the bottom
Ball of the
corner of the glass. Light your tea light, just leave it sat there, and it'd warm the alcohol gently. Just take it off, have a little drink, put it back on, keep it
Smoky
on.
drinks.
Smoky drinks.
Sweet.
He was in an episode of 9-9, which I binged.
That starts
Binged it.
this week
Is
on
this
E4.
Brooklyn then?
Yeah. So whatever went on to Netflix recently,
Series 5. So it's Series 6. I
I
think
did it
is
in a day.
Series 6 is. I think the next one that's supposed to start, and it's the one that's moved to NBC.
NBC. Oh yeah, I've watched so much stuff for the last few days.
I was going to say, yeah.
I was saying to James, I'm obsessed with 3-hour movies, so I can just put it on. I don't have to get up. I don't have to I don't have to move around and stuff. I can just put it on and it's there. So I'm 2/3 of the way through Infinity War for the 50th time.
So, is it a case of every 3 hours, little ball?
I was going
Is
to
that the
say,
reason?
presumably this is the first podcast that'll go up since the event, but
Since the
now
event.
now there's a second generation podcaster.
Yeah.
Well, I may have put this into my into our card.
Oh, really?
She's been sat on my knee doing a bit of coding this afternoon. Just sat, I was like, look, this is what Daddy does. Sit here and do this, and she's like, that's dull. I'm
She's
going
like,
to sleep.
Daddy, why?
Daddy.
Daddy, why?
Daddy. $10 million is still $6 million after the tax, Daddy.
I need to watch that episode again. It's funny.
I coded a podcast with you singing a South Park version of the Game of Thrones.
Wiener, flappy wiener, wiener.
All I heard was Leanne
I
from the living room.
vaguely remember that.
Yeah, Leanne from the living room going, is that the Game of Thrones theme shit?
Yes, it is.
Right, do your introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome, one and all, to another thrilling instalment of You Can't See the Forest for the Tees.
It doesn't get...
Smoky? Is that a
Any-
smoky look?
Momentous occasion, and for that reason I have decided to not wear a football shirt this week.
Oh, in honour.
Mainly that, and mainly because I'm running out of ones that fit. Because obviously,
I'll run out all my clothes don't fit.
Too many holding pizzas.
It's too many holding pizzas, too many holding kebabs, too many chips.
Too much holding in general. Though.
Too much
holding like this.
Unfortunately,
my
those holding pizzas turn into be holding meals.
Honestly, thought when the baby was born, I'd lose my baby weight, but
what immediately?
Yeah.
You weren't giving birth.
Yeah, I was like, baby will coming out, and I'll.
That is how it works. That's absolutely how it works. Oh.
I'm gonna have to get a fucking treadmill.
On a football theme.
Mm.
So obviously Monday Night Football is I arrange it and things like that. So we played that last night. However, distress signal comes through at about 5:30.
Lads.
Anyone free to play at 9 o'clock tonight, lads? Tim Lacey. So I was like, well, yeah, go on then. Yeah, I can stick around for a bit. I can go and goal and we'll have a bit of banter or something like that. So we play our game. It's terrible.
But that's a proper game rather than just.
No, so this is the kickabout.
Oh,
it goes between 7:30 and 8:30. So we have the kickabout. It's terrible. I'm on the team that's got 4, not the best footballers on it. Sorry, 5, not the best footballers on it, because obviously I'm on it as well.
So that's 4 people that don't listen to the podcast.
Are we including Lacey in that? Or was
No, Lacey was on the other team. Slag. During which time someone on Tim's team had managed to boot the ball over the fence, which is about 25 feet high. No, hang on. Probably more than that.
There's
Probably like 30 feet high.
one.
He cleared that fence and he got it into the other fence that was around the next set of courts, which was like the basketball courts. So I went to go get the ball back. Locked. So
tell me you scaled the 25-foot fence.
Sadly not. That fence wasn't quite as high as 25. But so in the half an hour gap between the kickabout finishing and the league match starting, oh for fuck's sake, I've got you now.
I've definitely caught it from you.
Well, probably, but then again, I'm always nasal, aren't I?
Yeah.
In fact, I'm pretty sure for the first 6 months of the podcast, I sounded exactly like this. So yeah, I had to go and get the girl out of the sort of
Please, can we have our
so,
ball
seriously,
back?
we had to say to her, like, oh, just like traipsed in and was like, I'm going to kick the ball into the locked place. Can we have it back, please? She's like,
She should have said, yeah, you
come on then.
Yeah, you can rent that basketball court and I'll open it up.
Yeah. Sorry, what was that? You want to rent the basketball court? That's perfectly fine. That's
£30. Thank you very much. So yeah, she traipsed out with us, and we were having a bit of a laugh about it. She's quite nice.
This isn't a Me Too thing, is it? We're not going to get like some kind of.
I haven't sexually assaulted her.
You will have done.
Absolutely not.
You've just said all of the phrases.
Bear in mind,
All the phrases.
I've just been playing football for an hour, so I'm obviously looking the best I can ever look.
The best around.
Seriously, like hairs all over the place. And then I played it, and then so obviously then it takes up to 9 o'clock. Seriously, I wasn't helped by the fact that I had like a Borough kit on, so it was like all
It was
red.
not helped by that.
So I basically just blend into one. I'm basically just a huge red blob at this point.
So Kool-Aid turns up.
Yeah, basically. Oh yeah!
Can we have our ball back?
So then obviously get the ball back. Right, happy days. 10 minutes to kick off. So getting all warmed up and stuff like that.
So at this point you knew you were playing the game.
At this point I know, like, right, it's a 7-a-side game. They've only got 7 players. Oh dear, no subs. This isn't going to end well. So I'm thinking, I'll just go and goal. I'll just go and goal. These 6 other lads who are, going to be, fit and, actually able to run about for half an hour, be fine. So game starts. First 5 minutes, brilliant. We go about 2. Well, I think we went 2-0 up after the first 5 minutes. And it was like, yeah, this is pretty well. Their team had a man blue carded because he basically told the ref to go fuck himself and stuff like that.
I had to have blue card explained to me.
So blue card in the Monday night York leagues is a 3-minute timeout on the side.
Sinbin!
The ref blows to sort of indicate this guy can come back on the pitch, and one of the guys on the outfield just started turning to me and says, "Do you want to swap?" So I'm like, "Oh no!"
But he's like really blowing at this.
I wasn't prepared for it. I wasn't prepared to play outfield.
No.
So I had to slot in at centre half, marshalled the back two. Because it's 6 aside, well 7 aside, so you don't really tend to have
Are you playing a 2-2-2?
Basically. Yeah.
So it was good.
It was good. So played out the remainder of the first half, which was about 4 minutes or something like that, because it's only 40 minutes half. And then the start of the second half, moved up slightly, so I was anchoring the midfield. And then with about 5 minutes to go,
scored a screamer.
Oh, I wish. And there was one point where I actually...
Did they push you up front because they saw some potential, or was it a bit like Pontus Janssen?
Yeah.
Pushing you up front because basically stop moving now.
No,
You're injured.
What happened was the game became more stretched because in this intervening time we'd notched a third. We'd really put them to the sword.
Yep.
And then obviously it was a case of, well, we've got a 3-goal cushion here. Even if they get one, it's not really the end of the world. So the game became a bit more... This guy just ran past me. I could track him. He's already about 5 paces away. I'm just going to let him go. And then obviously I just managed to sort of... But because of that, I just drifted slightly further upfield and I just found myself up front. So I was like, oh, shit, this one's supposed to happen. So then the ball came up to me and I was basically just holding it off and just playing in people and stuff like that. And then, the moment of the match. The ball comes into me. I basically keep a guy at arm's length and manage to roll him at the same time. And I'm going to be in one-on-one with the keeper. He drags my arm and I can't get anywhere. Free kick. But I was in and I'm absolutely certain I would have absolutely blasted that ball straight over that chain link fence. But I didn't get a chance because the guy fouled me. And in the end we won 3-1. So double
against top of the league?
Against top of the league. And they've got a double header next week, so I might have to play for them again. Which I'm well looking forward to.
And this is in addition to your Thursday night football.
This is in addition to the Thursday night football, which I've already... I don't know if I've mentioned it in the podcast yet, I don't know. That is just playing in goal.
Yeah.
And that is 25 minutes a half. And it's on a smaller pitch. And there's boards around the side so the ball never goes out of play. Oh my god.
No break times.
No break times. Never thought I'd say this phrase before on a podcast, but oh my god, my arse kills on a Friday morning when I wake up.
I always thought you'd say that at some point.
Well, that's true. Seriously, I said it to Tom. When I went to work the next day, I was like, do you know what I'd forgotten? I was like, what? It was like, how much it hurts to fall on your arse all the time. I was like, what do you mean? I was like...
Tom familiar with this? Or?
Well, he used to play in goal. So I just said to him, like, I'd forgotten how painful it is to basically sort of just be stood up and then obviously fall down and then have to try and get back up again and then fall down the other way and have to try and get back up again and stuff like that. And especially on that pitch, because they hit the ball, if it goes wide, you just have to dive for it, but it just comes back off the boards and goes back into play. So I'm going to get up double quick and then try and go the other way. So...
Oh dear.
Yeah, my football playing time has gone up by...
Tripled.
It's almost tripled for this week. So
yeah, very good.
Rumours are doing the rounds.
Oh, I knew you were going to mention
a member of this podcast may be getting signed up to guest appear on a Monday Night Football in the very near future.
Tim had a lot of hours to work on me on the coach the other day.
I don't know if I'm ready, boys. I mean, I don't know if I've got a right pair of trainers. But I think
you've got much bigger fish to fry at this particular time.
You,
we'll see.
Limbering up.
We'll see.
Stretching out those hamstrings.
Wheel 6, those creamy hamstrings. Yeah. Stretching out those creamy hamstrings. So yeah. Oh my god, we could incorporate this as a regular segment.
Get a leaderboard.
Tales from the York Monday Night Football League.
Or the York Thursday Night Football League.
Yeah, basically. Oh,
so there were no
games. Well, there were
games. There's been England have played.
England had 2 games which they've comprehensively won by an aggregate of 10-1.
My prediction of England not
England to lose
both. We told you.
You did say that they're definitely going to win. I was like,
they won.
To
they
be
won
fair,
5-0.
5-0 on
Friday.
They did go 1-0 down last night though.
Really?
But won 5-1.
Okay.
Couple of debuts. Well, a couple of first starts as well. It was.
Apparently, I think it was the first time someone's, because Hudson-Odoi broke some kind of record again for making a sub appearance before he'd made a start for his club or something like that. He's now the first one. I think I'm right in saying this stat since 1990 to have started an England game before he started for his club. So
that can't be true. He must have made a start. You mean a Premier League start? Because he must have started one of the games in the Europa League.
Well, it might be a league start then.
I was going to say he must have played in the Europa League.
But apparently got to go back all the way to 1990 for this to have happened before.
You want me to name the player, don't you?
Yeah.
You slag. I bet I do.
Oh.
Andrew Cook sounds like he wants to have a little play.
Not at all. I'm intrigued by I'm hearing he won't know, and I'm hearing I don't know.
Stupid question, but England player.
Yes.
Definitely an England player. Right.
Yeah, because I'm assuming there's like Algerians and Tunisians that start regularly.
Obviously. 1990, not in the 1990s.
90, I believe.
I was like 4 years old, that don't count.
So I don't know if this was, I think this was just like, because this is, the key thing with this one is this is a competitive England game and not a friendly as well.
Yeah.
It makes it a bit more bespoke, as it were.
It's not going to be a big name, is it?
I mean, you'll have heard of him.
I don't know why, but I want to say Trevor Stephen, but I don't think that's correct.
No, it's not correct.
Absolutely.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, Trevor Stephen. Yeah. Because there was, you were at the same time though. I believe there was Trevor Stephen and Trevor Stevens in the same England.
So the player in question spends a lot of time sat on the Emirates bench.
Mikel Arteta, interesting. Oh, he's on the
Etihad bench.
Etihad bench, isn't he? Steve Bold.
Steve Bold.
Interesting. I honestly didn't even think he'd ever been capped by England, to be honest with you. Interesting. Did not know that.
Yeah.
That is a bit outrageous. I normally hate stuff like that because I'm not a fan of players that seem to be getting England caps when they've not really had enough club games. Loftus-Cheek being the main example of this. We've had this discussion before, though. For some reason,
I don't know if we've had.
You absolutely love him, and I don't see anything that he's done to warrant a place in the England squad. Personally,
we don't always have to agree.
We absolutely don't, James.
What sort of hair has he got?
Opinions are like arseholes.
You know
what sort of hair has he got?
Standard hair.
Yeah, he's actually a footballer that's got a regulation haircut, not like Calvin Phillips.
I mean, that's
with his ridiculous haircut.
I think most of the England team at the moment have got regulation haircuts.
I mean, like you'll get the occasional sort of wide boy who's got the shaved head line.
Yeah, in fairness, Kyle Walker had a triangle shaved into the back of his head last night. But
when you say a triangle, like in the middle of his head,
it was just below the hairline, like on one side, just a triangle.
Oh, that's weird.
But like just the outline of a triangle, like as in they just like got the shave and gone. Zzz, zzz, zzz.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
But what is the significance of said triangle?
Absolutely no idea.
Oh my god! Going back a couple of weeks, but did you see Ribery?
No.
He had the number 7 shaved into his head.
That's right.
And it was like, you do
realise
you're in your mid-30s, yeah? And he was like, yep,
I'm fine with that.
That's fine. Yep,
Okay.
okay.
So, England games done with, I presume, for now.
Yeah.
The only other game that we could potentially semi-cover is the Hartlepool United played.
We were in Centre Parks when this happened. I watched the first goal go in.
Was that Thursday night?
Thursday tea time. It kicked off at like 3 in the afternoon, so it was in
Scotland
Kazakhstan.
Took a trip to Kazakhstan. So Scotland are about 40th in the world rankings at the minute. Kazakhstan's on like 111th. Final score, Kazakhstan 3, Scotland 0. Great success! That would make, seriously,
That's all it is now. It is basically Scotland versus Borat.
The memes and like banter just wrote itself, basically.
I mean, even where we were at, and even Rob was like, it's just a shame they're not playing in mankinis. But yeah, so they got spanked by Kazakhstan, then proceeded to get booed whilst winning 2-0 against San Marino because their fans were like that disappointed with the previous game. They were still booing them in the next game.
You played that badly that we've carried the boo over.
Yeah.
So San Marino, officially the worst ranked team in football. So they're bottom of the FIFA rankings.
Yeah.
Scotland could only beat them
1-0.
2-0.
2-0. And just to put it in context, Kazakhstan beat Scotland 3-0 and then got spanked 4-0 by Russia in the next fixture. And it's not like Russia are like a world
powerhouse
force
of world football. No, exactly.
The other quite interesting thing, just what I want to say, international football, is currently Luxembourg top of their group.
Really?
Because they beat someone like that they should have. But in Venice, I say top of the group after one game. It might have changed.
I can just say it now. Keeps there with his Luxembourg.
I'm not supposed to say they beat someone that it was like a clash of shit teams.
Like Liechtenstein.
And I think Portugal and whoever
drew. Right,
so
okay.
Luxembourg were at the top of their group.
Probably not anymore.
Yeah. Oh, well, I think Portugal drew again, didn't they? Because Ronaldo got injured, didn't he?
Well, they are a one-man team, obviously.
Yeah. Well, they're those two games. His first games back since the World Cup, aren't they? He retired.
Bollocks, did he?
Yeah. And Messi was back this weekend as well.
Yeah, he's retired about 4 times, hasn't he? So.
Anyway, world football done.
I sent you a message. That's 2 non-related football things that I need to speak to you about. 2 wrestling and 1 UFC thing I need to speak to you about.
Once the cameras and microphones are off,
yeah,
we need to discuss.
We need to talk about retirement.
Business.
But I watched a video while I was waiting for a podcast to code earlier, and because I called it at the time. And it's just hilarious now.
Okay, fair enough. I'm intrigued.
That's for after dark.
So offline,
off the line.
In fact, speaking of which, we did a podcast. We Three Kings did a podcast, and we were talking about Limitless.
Yeah.
And I said to you in the podcast, when I turn all of this off, I'm going to tell you about the glaring hole, the massive plot hole in the film Limitless. Never did.
We'll definitely do it.
So when I coded it, I was like, I never did it. So, we're back to normal games, I presume.
Correct.
Yeah.
How
many? 2? 4?
I believe it'll just be 1.
I've not even looked
at it. I'll have a look and see if
I'll do it. You say about yours.
So, I don't know if it's midweek fixtures. It might just be a one and done this week. Although potentially, so that's international breaks done. Done now. So between now and the end of the season, there should be games every Saturday.
Well, you're definitely on Tuesday.
I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
So I'm assuming we're on Wednesday, but
no, that's our game in hand.
Oh, because you cups.
Because of the cup games.
And that'll be the same for Swansea and Brentford.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
So, although it does look like the Premier League football all week, so
I can see Tuesday's Watford and Wolves, but again, that'll probably be to account for cups.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Do we have anything this week?
What do you mean this week?
Jesus Christ. Ongoing?
Yeah, I saw that.
Wow.
Holding on to 6th place at the moment as well.
Have they?
Yeah.
Go Donny.
Yeah.
So, first game of the week. I mean, there's a game on Friday, but it doesn't really matter. West Brom versus Birmingham. West Brom are pretty much in 4th and can't go any higher or lower.
Birmingham is up.
Birmingham's a bit weird because they've just had a points deduction, apparently. I'm going to check the table because... Oh, yes, they absolutely have.
Oh, it wasn't showing last time I looked at the table.
Yeah, so Birmingham, that's quite a big story. So Birmingham have had a 9-point deduction.
Again?
9 points deduction. Deducted 9 points for breaching profitability and sustainability rules. Points deduction remains subject to appeal, 9 points. So it's taken them from 13th position and it's put them in 18th position. So they were 15 points above the relegation zone. They are now... No, sorry, they were 14 points.
No.
They are now 5 points
So
above the relegation zone.
and they're not really informed because they dropped down
They
from like being on the...
They've lost a few in a row. So
they were on the cusp of the playoffs.
They're potentially on the bubble, you might say.
Yeah.
So they've got QPR above them on 44 points. They've got Wigan below them on 39 points. And the last team in the relegation zone is Rotherham on 36 points. So potentially a bit of trouble, but they they can get themselves out of it if they put a couple of wins together. It's about. So that's Friday's games. Then Saturday, nothing really that big in the Premiership. No big guns against each other. So we'll move straight on to the Nottingham Forest Swansea game, kicking off at 3 o'clock, shall we, James?
Yeah. So last time out, Swansea nearly beat Man City, but didn't. Disappointingly. They played in the cup. They went 2-0 up against Man City and then proceeded to lose 3-2 at the death. We talked about this in the last podcast.
Very dubious.
Two
decisions.
Debatable VAR or not VAR goals.
That was the problem, wasn't it?
I'm thinking we're going to come back good after the international break. I am going for a 3-0.
Scores by?
Definitely Lewis Grabban. I think he's going to be back. I think he's going to be in the goals.
Interesting.
So Grabban. The usual Ollie. And I think Cash will be back in the team as well. I think it's the standard 3 for me.
Andrew.
I like what you're saying there. I'm not quite as convinced. So I'll give you 2-0.
I'll tell you what, mate. I'll give you a 2-0.
And I'm gonna snaffle a little bit of that action. Lolly and Cash.
Oh, he's not keen on grabbing.
Paul Williams.
I'm not as confident as either of you.
You're going to draw?
I'm going to go draw.
0-0. 1-1.
Nottingham Forest 1.
1-1.
Swansea City. Goals scored by.
Lolly.
So you're saying words. Daryl Murphy. I've not heard this guy's name for a while. Ollie McBurney. It could be that I've not heard his name because he's like injured or something. He's crocked for the rest of the season. But do you know what? Even if he is, I reckon he'll come on and score. Oh.
Just need to check I've got some pennies. Day before payday, isn't it?
Sadly, yes, it is.
How many games have we got?
2. Oh, well, technically 3. Because there's 2 more games to cover.
So what's that? 3 no? Pound each?
Yeah.
No, technically £2. Hang on.
3 games, £3.
No, because you're not putting on a. You're not
No,
putting,
we're just accumulating
we
three games.
normally do it as a double.
Yeah. So you can either make it a triple or a double.
So I can try and see if I. In fact, I'll see if I can double it as a treble.
I'm putting £3 there, and I'm putting my wallet away.
So
right. What other games we got then? What?
So the other Saturday game is the game that has previously been discussed on the podcast, as it will be a certain little lady's first trip to the river dance. So Middlesbrough.
Wow. I won't tell you. I will.
At 5:30 p.m. live on Sky Sports.
Was it Norwich City?
Middlesbrough versus the current leaders of the Championship, Norwich City. Oh dear God. So, we've lost the last 3. Haven't won in 4. We've had the international break to clear our heads. Senor Puel has, had 2 weeks with his charges to try and, weed out the negativity in the group, etc., etc. If he loses another game, I think the crowd has already. The crowd has pretty much already turned on.
No, he's getting fired.
It's not that he'll get fired. It's just that certain sections of the crowd will just give up. They just won't bother. So I'm going to say, optimistically speaking, Middlesbrough 2, Norwich 2.
Oh, interesting.
It's one of those games where, on paper, Borough should be getting absolutely tonked. However, it's exactly the sort of game that Borough would win. So, I'm going for the draw.
And your goal scorers are?
Ashley Fletcher. And Johnny Howson.
I'm interested to see where your Norwich ones come from because they score goals out of everywhere.
Well, fucking Pookie.
Pookie's got to be down for at least one.
Pukki. I'm annoyed about this because at the start of the season I was like, oh my god, Norwich have signed Pookie. He's fucking well shit. Because he'd been at Celtic and he'd been terrible.
Pookie from New Jack City.
Oh yeah, big time.
But he's absolutely not terrible.
He's absolutely not terrible.
Chris
He's pretty good.
And
And I don't know if I keep talking because I need to look at something here.
What you want? I can probably help you out. I'm kind of okay with the Norwich.
Well, I want to know if one,
what lovers?
he's still there,
Who?
and 2, if he ever gets a game. Jordan Rhodes.
Jordan Rhodes, yeah. He gets games.
Because let's put it this way: if there's one thing Paul Williams likes, it's a returning player scoring against his old team.
Rhodes gets games.
Do you want to go next?
Yeah, he's still on loan at Norwich. So why don't you stick me down for Jordan Rhodes to get the other goal?
What is it? Riverdance?
Oh
yeah, because you're going to.
Oh yes! Oh yes! Yeah.
I can't see Norwich losing. I'm going to go... I'm going to go 3-0 to Norwich.
Ouch. We have just been beat 3-0 by Villa. Back-to-back 3-0 defeats will not sit well with the local folk.
Pookie. I don't think you can Pookie. Do you know? I don't know if he got injured.
Team seems to be on a bit of a roll for them goal scoring. Ben Godfrey.
I was going to go Vrancic. Is it Vrancic or Vrancic?
Yeah.
And just because he annoyingly got 2 against Forest, Hernandez.
Which Hernandez is it?
Not the one that plays for Leeds.
That's Pablo. Is it Onal Hernandez?
I don't know what his first name is.
So, go on, Andrew. Amaze us with your pick. You're probably going to go something like 0-5, aren't you?
No, he's going to go for 2-0. He always does.
2-1.
So, you are right and wrong simultaneously because you correctly predicted my score.
But it's 2-1 you always go for.
That's what you always go for.
1-2.
I am going 2-0 to Norwich City.
Middlesbrough 0, Norwich 2.
Yeah.
Do you need players?
I've already written a player down because there's no way I'm turning down the opportunity to put Pookie down.
I don't even know who this is. Trainspotting.
You should watch New York City. I have it down there on Blu-ray. It's exceptional. Chris
I
Rock,
can see it right there.
iced
New
tea.
Jack C. Cuba Gooding Jr. You sure? Are you sure it wasn't Cuba Gooding Jr.?
Pretty sure. Watched it recently. Mario Van Peebles, on the other hand.
What?
Yes.
That guy?
Can I steal one of yours?
You
Who
can.
Who was that guy you mentioned?
Ben Godfrey. So, just to make you even aware, local interest, because he's a York boy.
Is
Oh,
he?
he's definitely scoring.
Ben Godfrey.
You boys know me. I like to have faith in our collective teams.
Yeah.
Middlesbrough can't find their ass with both hands on a map at the moment.
Yeah.
I love how he's saying that about Middlesbrough, but he's absolutely getting behind Forest every week.
And I'm telling you now, Paul's good lady has not experienced life until she's truly seen
So what you're hoping?
the
That's
Borough
what you're
get
hoping.
beaten at home when Paul's there.
He took it all right when I was with him, but maybe because it was my
I
team.
had copious amounts of bloody lag. Oh, I've just seen. I should be all over this. He started his career with York City's youth system before moving to Middlesbrough in the summer of 2011. Change my answer. No, I'm joking.
What Godfrey wrote.
Yeah, obviously.
So is there another game?
There is another game. So Middlesbrough have a game in hand.
So it's another Middlesbrough game?
It's another Middlesbrough game.
Ooh.
I'm assuming like Forest's. Have you not? You could have a look on the Forest fixture list and see if it
could do,
goes.
yeah.
further.
Who have you got? Is it Brentford?
Bristol City.
Bristol City. That's it. Ooh.
Oh my
do,
God.
Do us a
My
favour
boy.
there.
So you know we're off. So you know we're talking about going to see the Borough versus or the Forest Borough game. That City got
Yeah.
later this
Excuse
season.
me.
Obviously, we should all be taking a trip to the Riverdance for Andy's team. So Bristol
Bristol.
City.
My boys are going to stuff the Borough.
What, a Tuesday night at the Riverdance?
Tuesday
Can he do
night.
it on a cold Tuesday night at the Riverside Stadium? That is the question. So I reckon we're going to build on our fantastic 2-2 draw with Norwich at the weekend, and really cement potentially, if we're still in the playoffs, our playoff position with a thumping
Defeat.
1-0 win against Bristol City. The goal scored by Dale Fry. Don't think he's scored all season.
I was going to say that's a new one to the podcast, I think. There.
I fancy him to get one from a corner. Oh no! In fact, have you written Fry yet?
I have.
Damn it! Change it to Flint. Do you know why?
Used to play for Bristol.
Of course he fucking did.
I'll go also 1-0 Fletcher.
Ooh! Don't fancy the Bristol boys on a cold Tuesday night.
I think it's more hoping. Do us a favour. I'm still holding out vague dreams of playoffs.
Well, yeah, there is that.
I'd say it was a big game for you though. You lose that one.
I think, if we lose that one, I
Can you drop out of the playoffs?
don't think we can stay in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think we'll drop out regardless.
So a Villa in the playoffs now. Do
As
they
it
make
stands,
it to
as it
sixth?
stands, Villa are in the playoffs.
And Bristol City must be 7th, then, aren't they?
Bristol City is 7th, yeah. So all matches by day.
You know what you were saying about Stu earlier? This is complete aside, but it's something I saw while I was doing some coding today. Remind me to talk to you about one of these podcasts later. That's really cryptic. Yeah, there was some interesting movement.
Right, Andrew, give me your Nottingham Forest Swansea prediction again.
2 bagels. 2 to the bagel.
I thought you were saying 0-0.
Yeah, I thought it was
2-0. Lolly and Cash.
Okay.
James has gone 3.
Whoa.
Are you doing all of mine?
Whoa. Yes.
So you need 2-0 for the first game.
0-2.
0-2 for the second game. And because I like to go with the flow, 1-0 for the third game.
Now I'll have to see if I can actually add that as a third game. I don't see
Too
why I
far away.
can't. But it might be because it's the same team. You might not be able to do that far in advance.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Or you might just not be able to do it. And then you went What have we gone for?
It's gone on 1-0.
1-0.
Same as everyone else.
Who's your scorer?
2-2-2.
Oh, I can do it as a treble. Ooh. So, Andrew, 10-1, Nottingham Forest, 2-0.
It's only £1.
11-1, yeah, because it's just a treble, so it's a pound treble.
Put my wallet away now. You won't have any money on you.
I've got money over there.
We'll just put your £2 down there,
Yeah. Put it on the table.
and then that's 2 weeks worth of
Yeah,
podcast.
we
and you
still
can
just
pay me
need the
for.
£1.
So yeah, Nottingham Forest to win 2-0 against Swansea at 10-1. Norwich to win 2-0 against Middlesbrough, 11-1. And Middlesbrough to beat your boys Bristol City at 1-0 at 5-1 gives you a return of 791-1.
Do you know what, right? If we get the first two, we're going to be mortified at these second Borough games.
I'll absolutely cash it out. I will absolutely cash out.
Oh, dropped.
Right. James, what was your Middlesbrough Bristol City selection?
1-0 to Middlesbrough.
Have we all gone Borough to win 1-0?
Yeah, we all went 1-0 now.
For that Tuesday night game?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all went 1-0. Forest Swansea
3-0. Crazy pass.
I think we've missed a trick on this one, and we should have definitely got you some press pass action for that game.
We should have got you some press pass
Yeah.
action. That's definitely all on you.
Yeah, I know, but
And you've gone 0-2, 0-3,
I think I went 0-3.
0-3. Whew.
Mine's going to be massive.
that's what she said.
So, Middlesbrough to... Oh, sorry, I'll do them in order. So, Nottingham Forest to win 3-0 against Swansea is 22-1. Norwich to win 3-0 at Middlesbrough is 25-1. And Middlesbrough to win 1-0 against Bristol City, as we've already discussed, is 5-1. So, for James's pound, he will get a return of 3,587-1.
Definitely getting a producer if that one comes in.
Yeah, boy. Right, and then finally, last but not least, correct score. Middlesbrough 2, Nottingham Forest. Middlesbrough 2, Norwich 2 is 14-1. We then have Nottingham Forest Swansea 1-1. I believe I went for.
Mm-hmm.
At 5-1.
You're for 2 draws?
And then, what did I say for the Borough Bristol City
1-0, because everyone did. Alright.
5-1, giving me a modest return of 539-1.
I like how that all balls if one team don't win 1-0. Mind you, we're never going to get to that one, are we?
I think we're long past that, Jim. So there you go. Let us know how you get on, folks. Have your own bets. Let us know what your bets are. Don't like betting? Tell us, and we'll stop this segment from the podcast.
Everyone loves betting. Incidentally, we didn't have a weekend game. A weekday game. Away at Rotherham next weekend.
I can't remember what our next game is at the weekend.
It does look like a double header next week, though. We've got a Saturday and a Tuesday.
Middlesbrough don't have a good track record for press. Shit. Wish I'd looked that up now. I was like, just a little search, and then I'll do a bit more research further down the line. Wish I hadn't looked now. Fucking hell. Middlesbrough and the press don't get on.
Oh yeah, they've had loads of stuff
Yeah.
where they've been like banned from the ground and stuff like that. Yeah, it's
Loads of bans. That's a shame. So
Yeah.
It's getting to the end, isn't it?
There was something where I believe it was the Northern Echo.
Let's get it.
The Northern Echo was banned from reporting at Hartlepool United games. So what they used to do, instead of taking pictures, they just had a guy who'd sit there and draw pictures to put in the paper. It was hilarious. Yeah.
So that's the games.
Yes.
Money. I can't wait for us sitting here next week going. So, for all you want to be producers out there, send your CVs too.
Well, people will know because I'll be sat here in some sort of gold kit or something like that.
And a black cap.
No, that's the last podcast of the season. Baseball cap.
Yeah.
Full Chelsea.
How does that work if Pulis is no longer in charge at that
If
point?
Pulis is no longer in charge, all bets are null and void.
If I'm honest, he's probably 2 losses away from a little chat, isn't he?
He's not, because his best mate's like Steve Gibson. So.
Gibber.
Friendship only gets you so far. Right?
The Gibson.
So,
is it that time of the week?
I don't know.
I think it is that time of the week.
I was about to ask that very question. Is it that time of the week?
It is indeed.
See me after class. See me after class.
Must do better. Must do better. Must do better.
My teacher, I think I had a bit of a weird situation at school. I think my teacher was into me because, you know, all them kisses and seeing me after class. I'm like, in red pen and everything.
Ew. Red,
right,
sexiest of all the colours.
I'm going to give you choices.
Ooh, hello.
Life is full of choices.
Are you going to join in again?
Potentially. So life is full of choices and missed opportunities. You can either have name the football song from the lyric.
I like the idea of that.
Not so. I thought you'd be like, yeah, let's do that. I thought you'd be like, I'm good, thanks. So, or do you remember the super hard, really statsy based quiz that we did 10 of the 30 questions of? I've still got that in the bank. Now then, I will say this: the football song one is only 12 questions. So you could potentially do 12 and another 10.
Should we do that?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Let's give it a go.
Yeah, okay.
But mix it up, innit?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mix it up.
Is he going to sing the lyrics?
Oh, is that a part of it? You have to sing the song.
Nobody wants to hear me sing Jesus. You know.
There's a delayed picture there.
I like to get them at different times.
Alright.
These are what you're using as thumbnails?
No, these are what he puts on Instagram.
Oh.
At the time I went, this is happening right now.
See. Gotcha. I'm
Insta.
with you. Insta bitch. I'm looking forward to Saturday, even though they're probably going to get
I
absolutely
can probably show you the
few
collection.
train beers.
Because you know,
Take it to see the sights. You know, Primark. Go for an eggy pint in Walkabout. Nope, can't. Closed down.
No.
Take it for an eggy pint in the Hairy Lemon.
long-term sick, you say?
Yeah, done.
Who's on long-term sick?
Done. Let's not pull at that thread. We're going to get a weird Parmo from some sort of place.
Let me ask you this question. If it'll load.
Are we ready? Is that the question
Let me
you're
ask
going
you
to
this
ask us?
question. From 3 lions to Sven, can you name the famous football song from just a few of the lyrics in our brand new quiz?
Sven.
Goran Eriksson.
Kids at home,
Well, he's a lovely
the rules
geezer,
are always
but don't
the
forget
same.
that he's from Sweden.
I can actually tell you, as I've got it here in front of me, where this quiz is from. This is the this is from the Daily Mail.
Oh my. Oh, Andrew. Why has this happened?
Why have we all gone political?
Oh, it's not political, it's just it's a terrible, terrible paper.
And the question is, can you name the famous football song from just a few lyrics? I've already checked, there are 12 questions. Play along at home. If you beat Paul, send us your scores.
Please!
And we'll send out a prize.
Ooh, is it something signed by me, which no one wants?
That reminds me of another thing I meant to tell you.
Oh, Jesus.
There's an agenda for after.
I keep threatening to get that T-shirt printed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
So, shall we start?
Paul the Massive Artist.
Paul has artistic tendencies.
So the T-shirt, at the moment, there's a choice of 2 pictures. Do you remember the one that I sent you?
You fucking slag.
The one I sent you to, of his face just like... So
You
that's
better not have done.
the picture for the front.
You better not have done.
Across the back, Paul has autistic superpowers, but only for football. In quotes. So that's one of the options. The other option is the one that I sent him a picture, which I didn't send to everyone else because it could be used in horrific ways. but it's just the magic of pause.
Oh dear.
Question number 1.
Oh dear.
It's multiple choice, so that might help. There are 4 options, and question 1 is: but I still see that tackle by Moore, and when Lineker scored, Bobby belted the ball.
And Nobby dancing.
Your options, gentlemen, are
Don't
3.
need him.
He might.
You
They
don't
might.
need him. You don't need him.
3 Lions.
You're looking at my answers.
You don't need him.
We're on the ball.
We're on the ball. We're on the
Vindaloo.
ball.
Or World in Motion.
And you know what? I've been listening to a lot of World Emotion recently.
Is it because it was on
Harry's
Harry's
Heroes? Well, it seems like John
You've
Barnes
got to hold
wants
and
to do it
give
anytime.
and do it at the right time.
Did you see when they were like, a foul was like, definitely not going to do it, definitely not going to do it, and then
And then he
like,
did it, it was well done.
like any footballer or like any forward, he just wants to really alarm. Like we just need to tell him that
He was
we
good
want
though.
to-
He was half decent, to be fair.
Question 2.
Sorry,
Let me guess. You have to hold and give or do it at the right time.
Don't get caught. Make your own play. Express yourself. Don't give it away. Your options: World in Motion, Shout, We're on the Ball, Vindaloo.
Oh, if only he realised. Oh. You might as well just sing.
it's the song that we've.
It is exactly the same song.
I still got it wrong.
Oh, are you doing it? Sorry, I didn't realise you were. Oh, you were playing along at home.
I'm doing well. 0 for 3. 0 for 2. About to be 0 for 3. We know the enemy will fear us in the battle coming up. They won't even get near us. We're gonna capture the cup. Your options are Sven, Glory, Glory Man United, OC's Dream, Hot Stuff, Arsenal FC.
Can you just give me the lyric again on that one?
We know the enemy will fear us in the battle coming up. They won't even get near us. We're gonna capture the cup.
I'm not 100%.
I've
on
now
that
had
one.
to guess that one.
Oh, yeah, because this one I was like, we should make it harder for Paul. What we should have done for Paul is, because when it gives you the answer, it tells you who recorded it.
Oh, Jesus.
So you should only get the point if you can get the person that recorded it.
Brilliant.
No, I'm joking. I'm not joking. Make sure you do that. Question number 4. Caught offside. Down with the art and the pride. Know you got soul. Options: Eat my goal. Don't come home too soon. 3 Lions. World in Motion.
Okay.
Question 5. The colours change, rearrange my life. Can't explain, so afraid tonight. Your options: Leeds. Scum. Blue Tomorrow, Diamond Lights, We're Going to Do It Again.
You wrote something down before the options. There.
Yeah.
Was it any of those?
No. So give us the whole thing again.
I can't unless that.
Oh balls.
No, shit.
Just what were the answers? What were the answers or the options?
Leeds. Blue Tomorrow, Diamond Lights, We're Going to Do It Again. If I refresh it, it'll give me the...
Oh, don't worry about it, it's fine. Yeah, okay.
Yeah? 6. Ho! Shimmy, shimmy. Skippy, take it away. Shaggy's in flight. Now it's Judgment Day.
Jesus Christ. What is that?
Options are When the Year Ends in One, United We Love You, Arsenal number 1, Pass and Move, in brackets, it's the Liverpool Groove. Question 7. You're the first in my...
Right.
Oh, it's that other thing I've had to install. You're the first in my life to make me think that we might just go all the way. Options. Sven. All the way. 3 lions. World at your feet. Meh.
Okay.
Question number 8. We can shine all the time, home or away. Come and see us play. You're welcome any day. Options are Lift It High, Glad All Over, Oh Millwall, Blue is the Colour.
What's the options again on that one?
Lift It High, Glad All Over, Oh Millwall, Blue is the Colour.
I hope you're guessing out of these, Paul, because
I'm guessing pretty much over one of them.
Number 9. They'll share every goal we are scoring. Out there, we will still hear them roaring. Options are Back Home, Hot Shot Tottenham, We're on the Ball,
We're on the ball.
Say It with Pride. Question number 10. Keep your bottle and use your heads. For 90 minutes, we'll let them know. Options are...
don't need them.
Well, though.
Players at home need them, don't they?
The only thing is, I've put this song as an option for another one.
Leeds. Scum. Glory, Man United. Come on, you Reds. I'm forever blowing bubbles.
Give us the line again.
Just keep your bottle and use your heads. For 90 minutes, we'll let them know.
Oh,
Bit of rumbling there, Jimbo.
yeah. I was
11.
about to sing the next line, but it gives away the answer.
Sven's the man, he's got a plan. We found that super Swede.
It has to be, doesn't it? They've been
Options
pushing this
are
one.
Shout, Sven, Sing for England, We're on the Ball.
We're on the ball.
I'm only sure of 3 in this whole quiz.
Seriously, I've had to guess pretty much every one of them since number 3.
Question 12, and I believe your final question.
It is.
No matter where we come from, be it south or north, now we all agree, one flag unites us as brothers.
Jesus Christ.
It's catchy, that one, isn't it?
Your options are the Decima song, Champions League theme music, AC Milan anthem, Barca hymn.
Is that why? Did it sound shit because it's been translated? Is that why?
Just give us the lines again.
No matter where we come from, be it south or north, now we all agree, one flag unites us as brothers.
And what's the teams?
The Decima song, Champions League theme music, AC Milan anthem, Barca hymn.
Jesus. Are we doing the answers for this one straight away?
So,
This could be less than half for me.
What do you mean it could
I hope so, because I've got 6.
Ooh!
Really?
I got 6. It says here, 6 right.
Look at you.
6 right. So let's find out how many you got right. Number 1.
4 lions.
The only thing is, he didn't get the easy ones at the start.
4 lions.
3 lions.
3 lions, sung by.
Badil, Skinner, and the lightning seeds.
Is correct, obviously. Number 2.
World in Motion.
World in Motion,
New
sung
Order.
by New Order and the England football team.
Is correct. Number 3.
I've got Come On You Reds.
I've
but
gone for Ozzy's Dream.
It is Ozzy's Dream.
Yeah.
Sung by.
Cap for Dotting.
I don't know some yet. Apart from Ozzy.
Chaz and Dave?
Was it really Chaz and Dave?
Is the right answer. Number
It
4.
Hot
is,
Fans out.
it is very much like Snooker Loopy though. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Number 4
Eat My Goal?
I've also gone Eat My Goal.
is the correct answer.
Absolutely no idea. Of something.
Yeah, no, The Farm.
Collapsed lung.
Did
Yeah.
The Farm do a football song?
Something's happening here.
Question 5.
I put Express Yourself, then realised, hang on, no, that's just a line from World in Motion. So then I put Diamond
I
Lights.
put Diamond Lights by Hoddle and Waddle.
Hoddle and Waddle. Or
Glenn and Chris.
Glenn Waddle.
Chris Waddle.
Chris Hoddle. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Question 6.
Glenn Waddle, no. Chris Hoddle.
Have you got more than so far?
I've got 5 out of 5 so far.
Such a dick. I've got 4.
Question 6.
United, We Love You.
I went with Pass and Move.
Well, you've clawed one back, haven't you?
Woo!
Pass and Move. It's the Liverpool Groove, Liverpool FC, and the Boot Room Boys. Pass and Move. It's
Is that the one
Liverpool
that
Groove.
had Skippy or something like that as part of it? I'm trying to think who
It's the one we
Skippy
couldn't get back
was.
to the words for?
Oh, Skippy was
7.
fucking Craig Johnston, wasn't it? Australian fan.
Question 7.
I've got World at Your Feet.
All the way.
I went with All the Way, and I was wrong. Should have gone with World at Your Feet. By? Embrace.
MC Hammer.
Question 8.
Glad All Over.
I went Blue is the colour.
I crossed out Blue is the colour.
Shouldn't have done
Damn
that,
it!
should you? Blue is the colour.
Football
Chelsea
is the
FC.
guy. Da, 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 da.
Number 9.
I put Back Home before the options came out.
I've gone Back Home as well.
Back Home, England World Cup squad, 1970.
70.
Question 10.
It's Come On You Reds.
I've put Glory, Glory, Man United.
It's Man United song. It's Come On You Reds, lose your battle and keep your heads. Or whatever.
Yes, it is.
Do
Man
Status quo.
United, come on, you Reds.
you know what? I think that pulls in ahead.
Status quo.
I think it does. It's actually listed as Manchester United. So,
Dock him a point. Dock him a point right now. Dock him a
I
point.
will not. 11.
I will not. Sven, Sven, Sven.
It has to be Spencer and Sven, doesn't it?
I bet it's not after all this.
It did not have to be that. We're on the ball by Anton.
Are you even sung it?
Deck.
Anton Deck. By Anton Deck.
Right, well, by my reckoning, I can't lose.
My gran says she doesn't know
potentially.
which one Ant is. I said, do you know which one Deck is? She said,
Yep, yep.
What have you got with that?
I don't know if it's that.
Question 12.
Well, it's not going to be Barca.
That's...
That's a bit political. It can't be North and South together, can it, for Barca?
Da, da,
It can't be Barca, can it?
Can it not?
Da.
Is it really?
I've gone for the Champions League theme song.
And I've gone for AC Milan.
So, of the three of us,
Only you got the Barca.
this guy went with Barca because he likes right answers, doesn't he?
I was thinking that was the only one it couldn't be because it was North and South together, and I'm like, well, they don't.
Catalonia though, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know how I got it?
Guessed.
I went, these guys don't know it, so it's not going to be either of the first two. And I was like, of the second two, it's more likely to be
So what was the first option? Le
Decima.
Decima song?
I'm
Or The
assuming.
Decima
I
song?
was
Decima
assuming Real
song.
Madrid's. That presumably they
the
brought
song
out a
they brought
Decima
out after
song.
they won the 10th Champions League.
Yeah.
I only got 7 out of 12, and I believe someone got 8 out of 12.
I got 6 out of 12.
Yeah, you nearly came last.
Now, are we having that as one quiz? And are we just calling it a day there? So Germ gets his win.
I don't know.
Whatever you want to do.
Would you want to call that a quiz, and we'll have another quiz?
If you want.
Yeah, so you can
Overall,
definitely beat me.
overall standings.
10
My wins stay at
Single
Is it
digits.
10 for or 9 for?
9.
Oh.
That's 4 for me, isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
That pushes James's winnings to 4.
Oh. Wow.
Second quiz.
Second quiz en route. I will just double check that I'm not about to burn through. Right, okay. So this quiz had 25 questions and we
Yes.
used the first 10.
15 to go.
So the 15 left. Let's have 10 questions just for shits and giggles.
Okay.
Now, bear in mind, and this is the same for you, this was like, the search criteria for this was the hardest possible football quiz in a billion years.
As it turned out, if you just put Man City for every other answer, you probably did alright.
So, question 1. Which team has conceded the most goals in the Premier League? 1,231 goals in 25 seasons. Was it
Oh, your options.
Aston Villa, Newcastle United, Tottenham Hotspurs, or Liverpool?
Okay, so scratch that answer out.
My pre-option answer did appear. Did you go Everton?
I didn't go Everton.
Question 2. What links Mark Robbins in 1994 to 95, Steve Cabba in 2006-2007, David Nugent in 2009 to 2010, and George Boyd in 2014 to 2015? Was it they captained clubs on their debuts? They played for 2 relegated clubs in the same season. They were top scorer at their clubs with just 5 goals all season. Or they were appointed player managers.
Can I just have the options again? I can only remember 2 of them.
The players?
Yeah.
Mark Robbins, 94-95. Steve Cabba, 2006-2007. David Nugent, 09 to 10. And George Boyd, 2014 to 2015.
You confident, Paul?
Not particularly.
Question 3. Who has scored the most penalties, 56, and missed the most penalties, 11? Your choices are Matt Letizia, Frank Lampard, Alan Shearer, Steven Gerrard.
My pre-option answer came out there, so
Really?
I'm sticking with it.
You're feeling hot today, James.
No.
Redneck hat hand.
Which reminds me of another thing I saw today, which I'll talk to about later. Number 4. Which team won just 1 game in a Premier League season?
I
We
think
don't
we've had
know
these
this
before.
one.
I think we've had some of these questions before.
It's one of those that, like we were saying about the quizzes, it's hard to get the... but QPR in 2002 to 2003, Sunderland in 2005 to 2006, Derby County in 07 to 08, or Aston Villa 2015 to 2016. Question 5. Only one manager has led 6 different Premier League clubs. Who?
That might not be correct.
Are we talking because...
Depending on the date of that, there might be 2 or 3 now.
Because Hughes should be one now.
Hughes might be one.
He's the third option. So if option 1, Sam
Redknapp
Allardyce,
might be one, and Allardyce might be one.
Alan Pardew, Mark Hughes, and Harry Redknapp.
I think it's absolutely Sam Allardyce for this one. I'm sure it is, but...
Question 6.
Hang on.
You were very quiet after a lot of noise. No, still there. Still going. Question 6. What are Bobby Zamora and Obafemi Martins the only players to have done in the Premier League? Scored a brace and been sent off in the same game. Suffered relegation at 3 different clubs. Scored penalties with both feet. Scored a hat-trick and an own goal in the same game.
I tell you what, you've got to be ballsy to do the penalty with both feet, haven't you?
Question 7. Whose managerial career lasted 13 games and produced no wins? Was it A. Alan Shearer, B. Tony Adams, C. Terry Connor, D. Bob Bradley?
Yeah, I think we've had that one before as well.
I wish I could remember the answer.
Question 8.
Come on.
What did Duncan Ferguson do for Everton against Bolton in 1997?
GBH. Robbery.
Smashing some kid up.
Jesus.
It's
That
not bastard,
Solomon Rondon did for West Brom
We've had this, we've definitely
against
had
Swansea in 2016. A. Received a second yellow card for taking a shirt off. B. Hit the woodwork 10 times in one match. C. Scored a hat-trick of headers. D. Went into nets, saved a penalty and kept a clean sheet.
It's like fucking Roy the Rovers, isn't it, that one? Yeah, these do sound familiar.
Yeah. I think we've had these, which is going to be even worse when I get some of them wrong.
Question 9.
It's expected of me.
Matthew Briggs remains the youngest player to have appeared in the Premier League. For which club did he make his debut in 2007 as a 16-year-old? Was it Fulham, Everton, Charlton Athletic, Manchester City? And your 10th and final question. Managers from 5 different countries have won the Premier League. Scotland, Portugal, Italy, France, and A. Wales, B. Spain, C. Germany, D. Chile. D. Chile.
Didn't we have some debate over whether that could be one of 2?
No, I don't think so.
Do you need any repeating, any options
Oh, hang on.
or anything?
Give us the answers again.
A. Wales, B. Spain, C. Germany, D.
Yeah.
Chile.
There's
Technically,
2.
it's 2. Because that must have been done before the end of last season.
Before Pep.
Yeah.
Any repeats?
No.
Right, let's crack on then.
Was there not 5 questions left?
No, he said he was only doing 10 of them.
Oh, yeah.
There are, and you can just have them if you want. Do you want the last 5?
Don't mind. Can do.
James?
Go on then.
We might not have had them, that's the only thing.
Right, 11. No Englishman has won the Premier League as a manager. How many Italians have done it?
Yeah, we had this one before.
2, 3, 4 or 5?
Oh shit, one sec.
However, only one Italian international has won the league as a player. Which club was he playing for?
Oh shit, I've just written his name.
Was it A. Leicester City, B. Arsenal, C. Blackburn Rovers, D. Manchester City, E. Chelsea, F. United.
United.
13. Peter Schmeichel became the first goalkeeper to score a goal in the league in 2001. Which club was he playing for at the time? Was it A. Manchester United, B. Aston Villa, C. Manchester City, D. Leicester City? 24. Who was the first manager, not 24, it's 14, but who was the first manager to field a team without a British player in the Premier League match on Boxing Day 1999? Oh, look at these names.
Hey!
I think
Gianluca Vialli at Chelsea.
That'll do.
Gerard Houllier at Liverpool. Alex Ferguson at Manchester United. Arsene Wenger at Arsenal.
And finally.
And your last question. Who is the only player to have scored goals for 7 clubs in the Premier League? Was it Teddy Sheringham, Nick Barbie, Craig Bellamy, Darren Bent?
Right. Now, last time we went through this, Paul named all those 7 clubs in order.
Ah, fuck. No, I didn't get him in order. I did name all the clubs, though.
Yeah.
So this time you will only get the point if you do it in order.
Alright, okay. No, that's fine.
Alright. Right, are you ready? Question number 1. Which team has conceded the most goals in the Premier League? 1,231 goals in 25 seasons.
Villa?
I've gone for Tottenham.
Tottenham. Everton have lost the most matches, which is why when you were like Everton, I was like, oh, it's part of the...
With a lot of those type of answers, Everton's a good shout for everything because they're just mainstays, aren't they?
What links Mark Robbins in 94-95, Steve Cabot in 06-07, Dave Nugent 9-10, and George Boyd in 14-15?
I've gone captains on the debut.
No.
It had to be top scorer with 5 goals then.
I think it is that, but I've put 2 relegated clubs in the same season.
Is the correct answer.
Is it really?
So who did George Boyd play
They
for?
played for 2 relegated clubs in the same season.
I know Boyd played for Hull. But he was
Number
relegated that
3.
season.
Who has scored the most penalties, 56, and missed the most penalties, 11?
You've gone Shearer, I've gone Gerrard.
He's on fire today, isn't he? Shearer. He has
11
also
penalties.
scored the
Fuck
most
me.
goals, 260, and the most hat-tricks, 11.
Well, that's out of date now. But no, the only reason I thought it was Shearer was they did a Premier League all-time goal scorers without penalties included, and Shearer was only just at the top on that one. They were ribbing him about it
Question 4. Which team
because he's way clear of everyone else. Otherwise,
won just one game in a Premier League season?
Derby.
County.
Derby County. They played 38 games, lost 29, scored 20 goals and won 11 points. Question 5. Only one manager has led 6 different Premier League clubs. Who?
It has to be a Big Sam in it.
Well, I've put Allardyce, but I think it is Mark Hughes is on there as well now. Because he's had what?
When he moved
he's
to-
had Blackburn.
What was the one he moved to most recently? Was it
Southampton.
Stoke last year?
Yeah, he was at Southampton at the start of the season, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So he had Blackburn, Man City, Fulham, Stoke, Southampton. I'm sure there's another one there.
What are Bobby Zamora and Obafemi Martins the only players to have done in the Premier League?
What's the options? Because I've written a letter down.
What letter did you write down?
I wrote A.
I've gone penalties with both feet.
Really? That just seems ridiculous
C.
to me. That
Penalties with both feet. You even said
one.
got
That
some balls
seems
to do that, haven't you?
ridiculous. Yeah.
That, it doesn't mean as in you go up and just go, ugh.
No, I bet it's done one with the right and one with the left. It just seems ballsy to me to be taking a pen with your weak
7.
thumb.
Whose managerial career lasted 13 games and produced no wins?
Terry Connor.
Well, he said it like he knows it. I guessed at Tony Adams.
He said it like he knows it because he does. It's Terry Connor. Number 8. What did Duncan Ferguson do for Everton against Bolton in 1997 that Solomon Rondon did for West Brom against Swansea in 2016?
I've gone with C, which I believe is the hat-trick of headers.
I've apparently put hat-trick of Gedders.
C. Neither came close to Peter Crouch, who has scored a record 37 headed goals in the Premier League.
That was on his podcast
9.
the other day, actually.
Matthew Briggs remains the youngest player to have appeared in the Premier League. For which club did he make his debut in 2007 as a 16-year-old?
Well, like I said at the start, if you don't know, go Everton. So I went Everton.
Fulham.
Is the correct answer. Fulham.
You remembered that one.
Good done. Managers from 5 different countries have won the Premier League. Scotland, Portugal, Italy, France and...
Spain and Chile.
That'll think it's Chile. Well, it is technically both, though.
It's D, Chile.
I'm having a point. I've written Spain and Chile.
If only it was C, Chile.
C, Chile.
Yeah, it should be C.
11. No Englishman has won the Premier League as a manager. How many Italians have done it? 2, 3, 4 or 5?
I think it's 4.
It's 4.
Yeah, I've gone 4.
So is it then? So it's...
Conte, Ranieri,
So
Mancini and...
Ancelotti was first, and then you had Ranieri. No, Ancelotti, Mancini, Ranieri, Conte.
Yeah.
However, only one Italian international has
Did you
won
get this
the
one
league
this time?
as a player. Which club was he playing for?
Yeah, because last time you got this wrong, because I
Yeah.
remember you said Makeda.
Yeah.
It's Man City, because it's Balotelli.
Mario Bibatelli.
Yeah.
13. Peter Schmeichel became the first goalkeeper to score a goal in the league in 2001. Which club was he playing for at the time?
The Villains.
I've gone for the Villa this time, and I hope it's right.
Villa.
It is.
Schmeichel is Villa's oldest goal scorer in the Premier League.
That's a good start, isn't it?
14. Who was the first manager to field a team without a British player in the Premier League match on Boxing Day 99?
Gianluca Vialli.
I've gone Vialli
Is
also.
the correct answer. And your last question. Who is the only player to have scored goals for 7 clubs in the Premier League?
Craig Bellamy.
Right.
Have you written them down?
Coventry. Newcastle. Then it gets sketchy. So, Blackburn, Liverpool, West Ham, Man City, Cardiff.
Are all the correct answers.
In the right order?
Yeah.
Second attempt.
So there were 15 questions there, so I presume 15 points up for grabs.
I think you've done me.
Just trying to think.
I think it was a this book last time we had this one.
I should
I thought
start
that
seeing if we
earlier.
just go back through the actual weeks.
How many?
I got 11.
11 out of 15 is a good score.
Not good enough though.
13.
And he got 2 out of the first 3 wrong.
I did.
Shit the bed.
I'm happy with 11. It's
You
alright.
should be happy with 11. I'd be happy with 11 in anything that I'm supposed to know about. I mean, we'll do a film quiz one week or something and see how many I get on that.
No, I haven't. Paul's going to get in film quiz.
Fuck you guys.
Have you ever seen him do a film quiz?
Fuck you guys.
He'll get like nearly all of them right, and then I'll be like, Paul, how many of those films have you seen? Not a single one of them. That's wonderful. So
I retain knowledge.
you know all the answers, but you've never seen any of them. You shouldn't be legally allowed to guess.
How would he know the answers when he sleeps through all the films?
I think his usual answer is, I don't need to have seen the film to know the
What
answer.
normally happens is, if I've seen a film, what'll happen is I'll fixate on a certain moment from that film, and as soon as I leave, I'll be like, let's see what Wikipedia has to say about this. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.
And more importantly, thank you, viewers / listeners. Till next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Apparently I didn't put that 50p more.
So there you go then. What do you think to that? Another one in the bag. Another football podcast done. Looking forward to finding out if we get the big bucks this week by predicting those games correctly. And then it'll definitely be time for you producers to send your CVs in. YouTube watchers, turn yourselves into YouTube subscribers. Click for notifications and things like that. Everybody should jump over to the cookiecast.com. Check out our website. Send us some social media love. Send us an email. Check out what we've got going on over there. And just say hi. Tell us how you're doing in the quiz. Are you beating Paul? So yeah, there's another one in the bag. And yeah, we'll see you next time. So until then, I'm going to say bye-bye.